Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. We are about to do an in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this YouTube channel. Dr. Pillai has said that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we are inviting the positive blessings of these light beings to flow into our lives and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard on a side table. I also have some water, a lit tea light, a bell, an incense stick, a little raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals that I'm going to use during the puja. To start the puja, I take some of the water, dip a few fingers of my right hand into it, and I'm sprinkling water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space of the puja, putting a few drops of water on top of my own head to symbolically purify me, and sending a few drops of water out into space to symbolically purify all of you, whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, to be purified as well. Next, we invoke Ganesha to remove obstacles from this puja. He is the archetype that removes obstacles, and he's also a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles for all of you now and always. Om Drum Dattatreya Shiva Baba. Now we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and our world. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Yanis Samunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, I'm going to take the flower petals and we're going to honor the time elements that are active right now in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Monday in my area, ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on top of the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We also honor Rahu, as Dr. Pillai associates Rahu with Monday. I put the flower petals on Rahu on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment in my area, the moon is in a star called Kritika, a star of truth. I put the flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Now, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my area, it's the 10th waxing moon, called Dasami in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. The planet ruling the Hora at the moment in my area is the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we're going to honor the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Brahma, which has energies that are trustworthy. Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Taitula, which has energies that are steady. Taitula, Taitula, Taitula. Now, we start to work with the chart of the moment. We start by looking at what sign is the ascendant, shown here on the chart with the letters AC for ascendant. This is the sign currently coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is the sign of Kumbha, or Aquarius, and it's ruled by Saturn. Dr. Pillai said we would start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant as a gesture to its importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard chart. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant sign, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, honoring the planets, the stars they're in, the archetypes that rule those stars, the planets that rule the stars, and the planets that rule the zodiac signs that have planets in them today. We start with Kumbha, or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn and Venus and Neptune. We start with honoring Saturn, and I put the flower petals on him for being in the sign of Aquarius. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta. This is a star that can give blessings for music, prosperity, good reputation. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Venus for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Venus on the blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Satyabisha. This is a star that can give blessings for healing and also interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, an archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Neptune on the blackboard chart. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhajapada. This is a star that can give blessings for enlightenment, charity, purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhajapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhajapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhajapadaye Namaha. Purvabhajapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and silence and forgiveness. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhajapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the zodiac sign that is the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs. Today containing Saturn, planet of patience, structure, and compassion. Venus, planet of happiness, enjoyment of material plane comforts and the arts and beauty. And Neptune, a planet that can help us with our intuition and understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction around the chart, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Mina or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurbundia, an archetype who can help guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to guard our treasures and valuables, including our treasure that is the earth itself. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard chart. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mina or Pisces, the most transcendental of all of the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spiritual teachings, and also a planet that can help with wealth and everything related to banking or legal matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus. They are both in the same star, so I'm going to invoke both of the planets before I invoke the star. I start with Rahu and put the flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Kru. Om Ram Pataye Namaha. Om Ram Pratapataye Namaha. Om Ram Pratapataye Namaha. Uranus and Rahu are both in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power or energy. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Barniye Namaha. Barney star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Barney star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on the blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet that can help with success in life, higher intelligence, and also help us with astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains the moon and also Mars. We start with honoring the moon, and I put flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Kritika, a star symbolized as a razor or a cutter. It's a star that can give energies for telling the truth. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by Agni, the archetype who rules the fire element. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Om Agniye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun on the blackboard chart. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Mars for being in Taurus. I put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, beauty, creativity. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now We honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha, or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies, today containing the moon, which rules our mind and our emotions, and also Mars, a planet that has healing energies as well as the energies of a fighter or warrior. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula, or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give divine blessings. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype that rules the wind and the air. Vayu is also the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu on the blackboard chart. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus on the blackboard chart. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula, or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Danas, or Sagittarius, which today contains Mercury. We honor Mercury, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Purva Ashada, a star symbolized as a winnowing basket. A winnowing basket is used to kind of flip the grain up and down a bit to separate, say, the husk from, say, a grain of rice after it's been harvested. Purva Ashada star can help us to discern what's right for us, what's wrong for us. I put the flower petals on Mercury on the blackboard chart. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Purvashada star is ruled by Apis, a goddess who's a deified form of water and can give blessings for purification. I put the flower petals on Mercury on the blackboard chart. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Purva Ashada star, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Danas or Sagittarius, the most idealistic and noble-minded of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mercury, planet of communication and business, and a planet that helps with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and the Sun. We start with honoring Pluto, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto on the blackboard chart. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun on the blackboard chart. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the sun for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Shravana. This is a star that can give blessings for money. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by Vishnu, an archetype who helps with the sustenance and maintenance of the universe. Vishnu can give blessings for wealth, for protection, and for healing. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science, and the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and for our high self-esteem. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard chart that has the many piles of flower petals on it, and I circle the tea light in the air around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now, I take a lit incense stick to offer the element of air and a fresh, sweet fragrance. And I pass that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a little raisin to offer something that represents the earth element. Later in the day, I'll eat the little raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. But right now I'm circling it above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and into the lives of our families, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute. And then if you post questions in the chat, we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, if you have any questions and you would like to post them in the chat, I will do my best to answer them. We did have the ascendant today had moved from where it was last week in Aquarius to this morning. The ascendant coming up on the eastern horizon is now in Aquarius. So there's that sense of movement happening, with things changing a bit from week to week or from month to month. I see people expressing their greetings to each other in the chat. Everyone is welcome, whether you post in the chat or not. We're very happy to have you all here. Appreciate that you're doing prayers for yourself, but also prayers for the world, that we're offering this for everyone, asking for everyone to have a better relationship with the planets, for the planets to be activating their positive blessings for everyone. Okay, checking the chat this morning, not seeing any questions being posted, which is okay. I'm sure some of you have other things to get off to this morning or this evening, as the case may be. So I'll go ahead with no questions. I'll go ahead and close out for today, and I'll be here again tomorrow. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.